Hello, once again. Welcome to Real Estate Daily Magazine. I'm your host, Frank Array. I'm here with Tristan Ahumada. Tristan, how are you, sir?
Great.
Nice.
I like seeing you often.
I know. It's a good time when we get together, man. It's always interesting.
It is. It is.
We've always got interesting things to talk about, and today is no exception.
No, definitely not. Thanks for having us.
Let's dive right into this, Tristan. Well, first of all, obviously, I think most people in real estate know you, right? Through Lab Coat Agents, A Brilliant Tribe, and Success Magazine, or whatever else you do. You're just all over the place. But you're a practicing real estate person, right? With a team.
Yep.
And you've been to a couple of different places, but the big news is the breaking news is you've started your own thing.
Yeah, man.
What is it? What's going on?
To go ahead and do this. Here's the story. So I partnered with Candace Cullen, and she and her husband Dave, we were trying to open up a Keller Williams back in 2017-ish in the Los Angeles area. And we were close, but we didn't end up doing it because we had some hurdles that we couldn't go over with Keller Williams. So we're like, you know what? Let's pause it. Let's just continue to do what we're doing. And then I left KW, went to EXP, and they then sold their brokerages that they owned at Keller Williams.
Okay.
And at the time they were the number one, so they owned quite a few Keller Williams. They're number one in the area, and they also ran the number one Keller Williams in the nation for a while.
Wow.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I always stuck. I'm like, I want to do something with them. I want to do something with them. They sold, and they said, hey, it's your opportunity to do something. But I was with EXP, and I'm like, I don't want to. I'm happy at EXP, really growing. And then the NAR settlement thing hit, and a lot of things started changing, right? And I was like, I always told myself that the best time to create something or jump into something or do something new is when everyone is scared and going in the wrong direction. Right. And I thought this is the best opportunity because I can create clarity. I can create direction. I can be the leadership that people need to really settle down and say, got it. I understand what's next in our world, not just how to handle now, because what's coming, I mean, we're being attacked left and right.
Yeah.
And it's not going to end. Like we're watching things that aren't even here yet. So more class action lawsuits, more tech companies trying to take a piece. And they're going to not only at the end, not only have us get less and less, but there's going to be less of us. So how do those that are here now and those that are coming in function as a future agent? And so I thought, best opportunity, I reached out to Candace and Dave, and I said, hey, do you guys just want to stay in Long Beach, or do you guys want to grow like nationally? And they're like, and literally they're like, we're in nationally. I was like, great, I'm in. It was that fast. And we got together, we hashed everything out really fast. And so I just jumped in and I was like, let's do this. And that's it happened within about a month and a half or two.
Really?
It was nothing
that quick.
That was nothing that was planned. It was nothing that was like, well, you know what, I'm tired of this place. I actually liked EXP, right?
Yeah.
A great leadership. Leo Parejas is amazing. But I just felt that personally, from leading Lab Coat Agents, 165,000 agents, A Brilliant Tribe, and then a lot of other companies, I'm like, you know what? No, I am going to do one thing that hasn't been done. And it starts with one question. You ready?
Yes.
Jeff Bezos says, people always ask me, what am I doing next? Like, what is Amazon doing next? Because there's so many cool things. Like, he's like, well, one thing that's never asked is, I think, the most important question. It's like, well, what's not going to change in the next 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years? And I thought, let's start there. Let's start there and realize that technology is going to change. So I can't be a tech company. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Realize that marketing is going to change. In fact, look what's happened. Social media came in and what happened?
Right.
It all changed.
Right.
AI is changing the world.
Yeah.
And so I can't be a tech. I can't be a media company. I can't be a marketing company. I can't be a rev share company because all of this changes. But the one thing that doesn't change, no matter what, is the human aspect of our business.
It's true.
And so at that point, when I came up with these answers, I thought, well, let's make this about three things. Let's make this about relationships. Let's make this about community, which we've built the largest community.
Yep.
And let's make this about leadership, because I've learned a thing or two over the last few years, having people attack me
Yeah.
massively and failing. I failed. And I think I've learned a lot in being in the spotlight for so long and maintaining a really good form of leadership. And so I thought, if we focus on those three things, where we can help the agent almost reclaim what we stand for, right? Hey guys, what happened to relationships? Not only are we investing in your relationships, but you're investing in your clients' relationships. This is a long-term play. The moment we start saying we're a tech company, we're a media company, we're a rev share company, it creates a danger of confusing the agent. Well, who are we? Right? And we're watching that happen with rev share. Psychologically, you have people that are doing no business and saying, hey, you can get rich over here, which you can, right? But not everyone.
Right.
Versus everyone who focuses on relationships, community, and leadership can benefit.
Right.
So I wanted to push this to the top and say, you know what? Rev share is important. Tech is important. Marketing, media, all of that is important, but not as important as these core things. So we're always going to lead with relationships, community, and leadership. That means everything we do, right? This is why we brought in what we're calling mental recharge, Frank. We're having 2 teletherapy calls for our agents a month. Everyone at the agency gets to pick up the phone or have a teleconference call with a therapist, licensed therapist, right? And for us, it's a mental recharge because
I like that.
Me too.
I think that's kind of cool.
Sometimes we need to clear things up. It's like, okay, what's happening here? Help me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole HR thing or whatever happens next, right? That's why we lead with that. It's like, well, if we want to show up better, don't we have to do a better job working on ourselves, right?
For sure.
And so I thought that next, well, we all need a CRM and website, and we know Joe Chen at Lofty, used to be Chime. We helped him grow, and I just reached out to Joe, and I'm like, Joe, I'm building out a national brokerage. I need your help. Hook us up, man. So he's like, okay, great. I'll hook you up. I'll give you the best deal. And I'll
got you. Yeah.
CRM, website, and social media automation. I'm like, done.
Wow.
Then I reached out to my friend Dustin, who worked at OpCity as an executive and then created a company called Homeowner AI. And I go, dude, I'm starting up my own brokerage and I need Homeowner AI at an extremely low price so that we can afford it for all of our agents, because Homeowner AI is a seller homeowner hub. So every homeowner can put in their address and they claim it, and it's a hub for them so they can put in, as an agent, we can put in all of our service providers so they're there for the homeowner. So electrician, plumber, everything. As soon as they click on it, it notifies us. They've got that. It also has a place for us to upload any documents for them, closing documents, right? Escrow, title, all that good stuff.
That's very cool.
Right? It also has a place for them to check their equity, kind of like stocks. Like, what's my equity? Has it gone up now? What's the rate right now? What's my market like? And then the cool part is it also shows you if you add a pool, if you add a bedroom, you add any of these things, how much does it affect my equity based on the homes around me? Right? And that's where AI comes in too. And if you want to do it, you click a button, it starts giving you local contractors if we haven't uploaded any of them, right? And then you can check your neighbor's stuff, and then you can check for property, all that good stuff. So I go, I need this for our agents.
Yeah.
Because it's all become about sellers right now. And if we're
For
focused
sure.
more on giving value to the homeowner that's living in their home
Yeah.
for an average of 11 years now,
Yeah.
this is going to be more important, right?
Yeah.
The value add, right?
Yeah.
And then we also have another friend, two friends. You might know one of them. I'll go with the one you might not know. His name's James Wong, and he's Maxa Designs. And I reached out. Maxa Designs. So they helped build LCA Marketing Center. And LCA Marketing Center is $59 a month for a single agent, and then it goes up from there. And I thought, dude, we need this, but for why Realty? And I'm not going to charge my agents $59 per account, right? I just wanted as part of it. He's like, okay, let's work something out. So now we have like the Canva for real estate side of why Realty. So all the designs for postcards are all in there. You can order them printed to your home within a few days. Listing presentation, buyer presentation, social media, door hanger, dude, everything you could think of, it's all built in there. And then I thought, well, that also supports our agents because that's the one thing they need, right? They need to look great so that they can attract business. And so we also teamed up with Eric Sachs, Breakthrough Broker. Don't know.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. And we thought we'd do something different there because I'm a real estate agent. And I thought one of the biggest challenges we have as real estate agents is taking the time to build out the stuff that we need that we can actually use for our business. So I thought, why not bring in my team? I have a staff of 52 people and they do marketing, social, all this stuff. I'm like, I'm going to bring them in. And every month we're going to create a landing page that has themed sections. So let's say the month of November is all past clients, Frank. And this month I've got a video at the top explaining to you what this is. First thing is a letter to your past clients. Under that, postcards for your past clients. Under that, social graphics, and it keeps going down. When you click on it, it takes you to either print it out so you could use it or to modify it. But everything is themed every month for you to just use it.
Wow, that is killer.
That's what I thought.
Very, very cool, man.
Yeah. So, and then of course we have rev share, right? I needed to add rev share because it matters to some people. But again, I don't want to lead with it, man. It's 5 levels down, 10% each line.
That's a very simple formula.
You know what I believe? I believe that simplicity attracts. And if you, Frank, are able to easily tell somebody, oh, they're an 80-20, 12K cap, 5 levels down, 10% each level.
Yeah.
I think that it attracts.
It's like, pretty simple, great. Man. It's very simple and it's very competitive. It's very cool. Why Realty? What? Tell me about the name.
All right. So the name I didn't come up with.
Okay.
But I love it. And
it's just the letter Y.
It's just the letter Y.
Y Realty. Yeah.
It all started with Dave and Candace. As they were coming up with a name, by the way, I was in a 3-way text with them, and I'm like, as I say, Tristan, you're great with names and brands. We're trying to come up with a name for a brokerage. This is before I even said I'm going at all. And I'm like, okay, let's come up. So we were throwing names back and forth, and then Dave and Candace came up with Y. And I was like, oh, I go, just the letter Y? They're like, yeah, what do you think? I'm like, I'm in the middle. I'm not sure. Explain it to me. So Dave goes, okay, Tristan, everything starts with why. Your life, like, hey, why are you even doing this? What's your purpose? Your business, right? And your family. It's like, why are you doing this? It all comes down to why are you even doing this? And he goes, I think we've forgotten why we're doing this. So we get burned out because we focus on priorities. But if you remember as often as you can, in fact, every morning, why are you doing this? It refocuses you. I'm like, dude, I'm sold. I like it. And I'm not even part of it. I go, I like it.
Well, I've seen the I gotta tell you, I like it too. When I saw it, I was like, I love the absolute simplisticness of it, right?
Mm.
And the elegant way that you've put it together. So, guys, of course, whether you're watching us on YouTube or on Real Estate Daily Magazine, we're putting information down below, so you'll be able to click and see and engage. But I think it looks really, really nice. It's really well done, and I do like just why Realty. I think it's very, very cool, and it stays in line too with the simplistic nature of the concept of the company as well. And because you're being very simplistic is what you're doing, and making it very easy just to plug into something that's very powerful, very dynamic, right? Has all the it really technically you've got all the bells and whistles that anybody wants today, right? And making it just very simplistic and direct. And so I love the name. I wanted to point that out to you. I didn't know if you came up with that or who came up with that, but I thought that's a cool name. That's
Dave and Candace, and then our friend James Wong, who created Maxa.
Yeah.
He's the one that created the logo for
the
us.
Imagery. Okay.
Yeah, and it looks so. I mean, he does that for a living.
It looks really good. Yeah.
Thousands, and he was like, "Hey, let me help you guys out." And I was like, "Dude, that looks amazing."
That looks really good. Yeah. Wow. So this is cool, man. Yeah. So are you officially launched, Tristan?
Yeah. So remember, they had started about a year ago, and it was very small. Under 40 agents, only in Long Beach. That's the address we have. We have a place there. And then I thought, well, let's grow everywhere. So here's what's been happening now since I switched over Friday and I made it official. The goal is to open in every single state,
right?
And then Canada, and then Mexico, and everywhere else. But right now we can only do California because we're trying to lead with revenue, meaning we've got a lot of agents now coming into California just from the last 4 days. Mm-hmm. But what's happening is all these other agents from states are coming in, and now we're having to create a process. The idea that we had is, well, we need about 30 to 40 agents per state in order to be able to afford a great broker, and in order to be able to pay for all of the dues in the area. So we're close. We are now close to opening up 7 states just because of what's happened in the last 5 days. So we were in California, but now we're looking at DMV, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia. We're looking at Florida, obviously, right? It's like amazing. Texas, Arizona, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, and then Jersey, and a couple of other middle states. Utah is one of those. So more than 7. But dude, like literally we're when I tell you I have no time right now because all of our time is split with the rest of our team in taking up these appointments to talk to great agents. That's what we've been doing. Which is
wow, this is exciting. I'm so excited personally about it, Tristan, because I'm your friend. I've known you for a good amount of time now, and
pre-COVID.
That's right. And I know that you're the type of guy who when you put something together, it's got a pretty darn good chance of becoming something pretty awesome, right? Hey, you're an entrepreneur just like me. We've all had our failures, right? We've all taken swings, you know what I mean? And not everything works, but you've got a great track record of making really awesome things happen. And just with your reputation, with the community you've built, I think, in my opinion, why Realty is suddenly going to be like one of those things. Like suddenly there's why Realty, right? And
I hope so.
I think that's what it's going to be. Yeah. And so I'm kind of really excited even to do this interview and happy that you did it with me because it's cool to be in the beginning stages with you and watch this kind of develop. And I'd love to stay in touch with you on the magazine.
Yeah.
And, just follow the journey along and help in any way that we can at Real Estate Daily Magazine. Right. And, but yeah, very exciting, man. Very exciting. So for today, right, in California, at least for sure in California, you're bringing on these other states now. But today, if someone wants to engage,
They can jump in, man.
how do they reach us? How do they reach it?
I mean, you can go to Y Realty.
Just
right?
yrealty.com.
Yeah, it's yrealtyinc.com. Let me make
Okay,
sure.
yrealtyinc.com. Let's make sure. Now, and guys, for those of you watching, excuse me.
yrealtyinc.com. That's one of our sites. You could you can join there. We're redesigning it. So it'll be redesigned in about 3 weeks. We have our whole design team on this.
Okay. But it's functional now to it's functional enough to get connected, talk to somebody, start learning about, what's going on.
You got it. I mean, you can go to joinyrealty.com and it's there.
Okay. So. All right. So I'll get both of those. Let me just write it down so I don't mess it up.
I'll text them to you, buddy.
Okay, thanks, man. And so I'll make sure that's down below, whether you're watching us on the magazine or you're watching us on YouTube. That contact information will be down below. Very exciting stuff. Tristan Ahumada, you've done it. You've launched Y Realty in 2024.
Yeah, well, dude, I wouldn't have
after the NAR settlement.
After the NAR, during, I mean, they haven't even signed that thing into place. So it's November 27th. So
and here we go.
I figured, it's the best time, man. It's the best. I've learned that every single time. And I've learned it through failure because shit happens. And when shit would happen, I was a victim, right? So I've been through it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that next time. I didn't feel good, right? And then shit happened again. And I was like, I was the victim. And I was like, that didn't feel good. When am I going to learn, right?
Yeah.
And then big shit happened to me. But I did it differently that time. I'm like, oh, interesting. It hurt a lot, but I did it differently. And then COVID hit and I was ready. Finally, dude. I was like, I think I got this. And then I showed up instantly. Like that day, I lined up everyone I was calling. And for me, COVID was the day they canceled the basketball season. That was COVID. I was like, whoa, this is real?
This is legit. Yeah.
This is legit. I looked at my phone. I go, who are the most influential, smartest people I know at the time, right? And I called up some authors, a couple of billionaires, some CEOs, and I spent a day and a half on the phone, just trying to get information. Then I brought that over to Lab Coats. Then I immediately realized that I needed to be on a webinar 5 to 7 times a day for the industry. And it took a day and a half for me to pivot. And I was like, that's what you do. So when the NAR thing hit, I was like, I know what to do.
I know how to do this. Yeah.
That day, first video made the whole industry was me. Because I knew what to do, right? And so we still show up, dude. Now we know what to do. It took a while, though. Let me tell you.
It does. Yeah. Well, man, exciting stuff. Tristan, thanks so much. We're going to get this out right away. And, we'll put the contact information down below. And I'm sure you'll be hearing from some people. I'm sure you'll be hearing from some people, man.
Thanks, man.
My pleasure, my friend. Let's get back on again. We'll talk about some other stuff. Maybe next month we'll circle back around, just check in with you and with everything that's going on and see what's happening. But I appreciate you being on the show and being on the magazine. It's really cool to have you, man.
I love being on it. Great job with that.
Oh, thanks so much. All right. Well, great. Well, Tristan Ahumada and Y Realty. Y Realty. New stuff, great stuff, awesome stuff. You've got to check it out. You'll be seeing and hearing from Tristan a lot. I can assure you that. He's everywhere. He's all over my feeds all the time. So you'll be learning a lot more that way as well. So great stuff. Tristan, thanks again for everything. For the rest of you guys, tune in here next time here at Real Estate Daily Magazine. We'll catch you later. See ya. Bye-bye.